Good morning, class. So today we're looking at Introduction to Algebra. The lesson today is on forming. So examples for exercise 8. Exercise 8 is on page is on page 22 and the examples on page 21. Okay. The formulae or formula. We are given a table with k being 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have m corresponding, 2 corresponds with 4, 3 corresponds with 5, 4 corresponds with 6, 5 corresponds with 7, 6 corresponds with 8, 7 corresponds with. What do you notice about this? How do I move from k to m? So it's just adding 2, not so. So we move from one to the next, we add 2, we add 2, we add 2. So what we want to do is we want to write this now as a general rule. Okay, and the general rule is called a formula. Okay. We want to write this as a general rule now. Okay? So, in future, if I choose, for argument's sake, the number 12, then the corresponding m value is going to be 14. Not so? If I choose 65 for k, then your m is going to be 67. If I chose m to be 100, what would k then be? 90. So of course there's a rule that is existing between the two columns and the two rows. Not so? So in words, the above table says every m value is 2 more than k. So what's my formula? My formula would be m, which is your dependent variable, which is m, is equal to whatever k is. So that's your formula. You guys understand? And we can test it. K is 7, not so. So what's 7? In this case, k is 7. So what's 7 plus 2? So m is 9. Right? Is there any confusion there? Right, so let's look at the next one. So number 2, sorry, number 1. There are 2 examples. So here we got x as your independent variable. X corresponds to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, while y is 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. So what do you notice? If x is 3, y is? 9.
Times itself.
It's being multiplied by itself. Not so?
Yes, sir.
And what we also call for something that multiplies by itself?
Squared.
It's squared. So it's squared numbers in other words. Not so?
Yes, sir.
So in other words, this is 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 4 times 4. So 5 squared. So here we'll have 3 squared, 4 squared, 16, 5 squared, which is 5 times 5 is 25, 6 squared is 36, 7 squared is 49. What is 12 squared?
144.
144. What is 10 squared?
100.
Can you see that, people?
Yes, sir.
So what if I asked you what is, if you chose y to be 4, then what would x then be? 2. So now I'm working in reverse. So again, there's a relationship that exists between your x values and your y values. Not so?
Yes, sir.
And what is my general term or the formula? Y is equal to
X squared.
x squared. Can you see that?
Yes.
So we'll have always your dependent variable, and then it's equal to the expression involving your independent variable. Okay. So x is your independent, whilst y is your dependent. Did I mix it up earlier? Did I say this is your dependent? No? Dependent is dependent on your y, on your x. Okay. So that's what we call the formula. So any confusion there? No. Let's look at number 2. Here we got A being 3, 5, 6, 8 and 9, and B is 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So how do we move from one term to the next?
Plus 1.
You're saying plus 4, okay? So 3 plus 4 is 7, which is correct, not so?
Yes, sir.
So what's 5 plus 4? 9, not 11. So am I adding 4?
No, sir.
Remember that the formula or the general rule has to apply throughout. It has to apply to all the numbers. Yes? Yeah.
Times 2 plus 1.
Times 2 plus 1. It's 3. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Which is correct. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. 9. 9 times 2? 18 plus 1?
19.
So what do you notice? These numbers are changing, and that's what we call the
Independent.
variable. The number that changes is a variable. Okay. So if you write this as the formula, what would it be? B is equal to A times 2 plus 1. Or can be written as B is equal to 2A plus 1. And what is 2A plus 1? Can I add it together? What? Are they like or unlike terms? Unlike terms. That's why I can't add them together. You guys understand? Alright. I'm going to give you one to do quickly. See if you guys can figure this one out. X and Y.
Your attention please. Mackenzie House, please report to the office. Mackenzie House, please report to the office.
Yeah. Yes, through the table. Right, so does anybody got it? Got 16 and then 9, 14 and 8, 4 and 3, 100 and what? Anybody? Yes? Yes, well done. this number here? 51. Nice. How do you get that? 16 divided by 2, which is 8 plus 1 is 9. 14 divided by 2, 7 plus 1 is 8. 4 divided by 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 100 divided by 2 is 50 plus 1 is 51. So what's the formula? Y is equal to x divided by 2. Right, you guys understand? Okay. Let's look at number 3. I know the bell, right? Relax. You guys must copy it, so. But it's fine, don't worry about it. I really feel like a fool. To rent a car, a basic fee of 80 Rand is charged plus 50 cents per kilometer. People, this has been many years ago. Okay? The time of working 50 cents and stuff is of the past. Okay? So to rent a car, basic fee of 80 Rand is charged plus 50 cents per kilometer. How much will it cost if I travel 100 kilometers?
9A and 9B, can you please report to the hall?
So if you look
9A and
at the cost,
9B, please report to the hall.
it's going to be your basic plus your basic fee plus your kilometers traveled, not so. So if the person travels 100 kilometers, you must multiply that by your 50 cents. Not so to calculate the cost of traveling 100 kilometers. So if this person traveled no kilometers, then what is his cost? 80 Rand. Not so. So it's still going to be doing basic. If he travels 1 kilometer, and then they do the cost for that, it's going to be 80 plus 50 cents. Not so. So whatever kilometers traveled must be added to the basic of 80 Rand. So in other words, there's going to be 80 Rand plus 100 multiplied by 50 cents. But remember, this is in rands and that is in cents. So what must I do? Change it to rands. So how many rands, how much is 50 cents in terms of rands? 0.5, which is half basically. What's a half of 100? 50. So it's 80 plus 50, which is 130. Okay. Let's look at number 3.2. How much would it cost if I travel X kilometers? So the cost then would be 80 plus X times 0.5. Not so? Which is 80 plus 0.5 X. So it's like or unlike terms? Unlike. Okay. Let's look at number 4. Godwin earns a basic salary of 500 Rand per week plus 250 Rand per item that he manufactures. How much does he earn if he manufactures 10 items in a certain week? What if he produces or manufactures no items? Then how much does he get for that week? 500 Rand. Okay? So his salary is simply 500, which is basic plus 10 multiplied by 25 Rand per item. Which gives us, what's 25 times 10? Sorry? 250. And 500 plus 250? 350. Not so? You look at 4.2. How much does he earn if he manufactures X items per week? So the salary, his income is going to be 500 plus X times 25. Which gives us 500 plus 25. Like or unlike terms? So that's your answer. Okay. Moving number 5, we are told the perimeter P of each of the following. Determine the perimeter, which is P of each of the following. What's the perimeter? The sum of the the lengths around on the outside. Not so. So, the parameter is simply going to be 4 plus x plus 4 plus. So we're going to add, look at like terms now, not so. What's 4 plus 4? 8. And x plus x is? 2. Or, I could have written this as, parameter is going to be 2x plus. Do you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
See, any confusion? Right, keep it that way. In future, please don't copy again. Right, 5.2. Again, the question is to calculate the parameter. We start at 1 point. The parameter is going to be the sum of the lengths on the outside, not sum of the figure. So it's going to be 5 plus x plus 8 plus x plus 1. So what we do now? Like terms. So 5 plus 8 plus 1. Thank you, Mr. 5 plus 8 is 13 plus 1 is 14 plus 2. Or your parameter is going to be 2x plus 4. Okay. See, any questions? There's 4 more. That's how I feel if you tell me no, you didn't copy, but yeah. Right, relax. You will have a second break. Ow. Right, here we go. Listen. Parameter. Let's start here, not so. They give you 10 plus A plus B. There you guys became clever. Like that, not so. So it's simply going to be 10 plus. What's A plus A plus A? Which is? Unlike them, so it can't be. Okay. Alright, so for homework I would like you guys to do exercise 8 on page 22. Okay. That basically brings us to the end of the first chapter on algebra. Definitely we'll write a test soon. Okay. So your work is exercise 8 on page 22. Just with regards to number 2. Let's go to exercise 8, number 2. That table, I think the last number there should be 21. Number 2, yes. The last table should be 21. Is it written on the 21?
No, it's 20.
20. Let me just check here. Number 2. Yeah. Number 2, the answer, the last value instead of 11 should be corresponding with 21. We will enjoy the rest of the day. Good morning, class.